So Roamers, we said goodbye to Essaouira today. Well, not yet. So we're at the CTM bus station, pre-booked 1-2 go bus ticket from Essaouira to Agadir. Bus comes at 2:30. So I nearly forgot you. I thought, I'm sure there must be something I should be doing, you know what I mean? I've just been across the road there to Morocco de chef and had a fantastic vegetable tagine. It was really nice, different vegetables than I had before, but the simplicity of the cooking, you just feel like you're eating such wonderful nutritious food. Sorry I didn't show you, but believe me, there'll be many more tagines. So yeah, this is the area around here. We was here the other day, Janvier 11 plus, and this is where the bus will turn up. So I'll see you a bit later. Oh no. Oh yeah, you're here, Kev. So the bus is here, and it's pretty decent, pretty comfortable, good seat right up the front. So I might be able to get some footage of it. 3 hours. Sounds alright, doesn't it?
As I said, he flew in here. It's really great.
The scenery is amazing. It's dry, it's arid, it's full of olives, but it's really interesting. And this is, yeah, a little truck stop, 15-minute stop. Coach is nice and comfortable, plenty of room, gorgeous. What a life! Truck stop Moroccan style. Toilets, everything you need. Good leg room. This cost me 100 dirhams. 100 dirhams, like 20 bucks for 3 hours to change town. 3 hours and 50 minutes, I think. Pretty decent. So Roamers, just like that, I'm in Agadir. Bus ride here was fantastic, had some great company on the bus. Just walking down to the hotel. Why are you walking, Kev? You need to get a taxi. I need to stretch my legs. If it takes me half hour, that's okay. The city's looking gorgeous, it's massive. Loads of expensive cars and beautiful buildings. Really looking forward to exploring. Welcome to Agadir. Way too far to walk. So taxi is. Wow, this hotel's a bit different. A bit different from the last place. Oasis Hotel and Spa, Agadir. Pool. Room of air conditioning, they've got 3 clocks instead of 1. Loads of couches. How grand does that look? Awesome. Agadir, who would have thought it? How exciting. I'm not going to do too much walking today or too much exploration. I think I'm going to go down to the beach. I think it's time to have a bit of a rest. I do need to get a good sleep, that's for sure. So anyway, enough of my problems, owners. Lovely breeze here, it's nice and cool. It's actually 10 to 7 at night. And it's still looking cool. Sunny and gorgeous. Yeah. So yeah, apparently this was once a fishing port. And then it got known for having surfable waves at Agadir. And now it's turned into a kind of a beach resort. A lot of people are there. It's looking good. Where does all that plastic come from? Is it going to go into the ocean, Mummy? It's best not to look, darling. Pretend it's not there. apparently up there, yeah, the cable car goes up to the fort on the top of the hill, so we've got that on the list, things to do. What a beach! Man, oh man, I'm really surprised. That is a gorgeous beach. Could be in the States, could be in Australia, could be anywhere. Could be in Agadir. So I'm guessing property prices are expensive here because there's not many local cafes, shawarma houses. But there's a good little supermarché du coin over there where I just picked up some baguettes, big bottle of water, avocado, pepper, tomatoes. And just like that, Romans, we've got a room upgrade. The fuckers are trying to tell me, oh, no air conditioning, yeah, that's alright, we'll give you a new room tomorrow. Are they having a fucking laugh or what? So now we've got a nice view. Just like we deserve, Romans. Top class. Fucking air conditioning. Fucking get my goat, mate, I'll tell you. Good morning, Romans. So I've calmed down a bit because I've got my good room, feeling very relaxed, you know. I don't mind roughing it a bit, but not in a fucking mould-filled hole. Excuse my French. Not my French, but my swearing, but anyway. So, yeah. Gonna go out and have a look. I'm gonna head to the Souk, the market. There's a few things I want to do here, but just cruising around, having a look at a different aspect of Morocco, a different, you know, economic variant. See what that entails. This place has got a really good breakfast. I had loads of olives, salad, fresh bread, lovely coffee, mixed juice, etc. So yeah, excited, looking forward to the day. There's a cable car that heads up to the fort where the old Souk used to be, on top of the hill. I'm going to go up there later. I'm going to be going to the port. This is just for contextual reference. There's the beach and there's the port. Actually, to correct myself, on top of that hill is a Kasbah, not the Souk. So yeah. Oh, this place feels so upmarket. Agadir, you know, seems so much more developed. The room I'm staying in is 20 AUD a night more than the last place. But it's like leaps and bounds ahead in comfort, but it's that location and historic Medina aspect to it. I think I'd rather go for the nice hotels or walk to the Medina, you know what I mean? Nice streets though, beautiful flowers, all the bougainvilleas are in flower. So many colours. It's like a beachside anywhere. Jet skis, life-saving towers. What a huge panorama of beach and dunes there. It's incredible. Lots of cafes. Wonderful. So at one end of the beach is the Marina Agadir. Go and check that out. So, by its own admission, this place is luxury. I'm looking forward to seeing what the yachts are like, if it is a marina or not just a port. What kind of money is moored in a place like this? The architecture is beautiful. Gotta be said. Some stunning looking apartments. Well, it's not exactly Monaco, but that's alright. I've got a feeling this is going to be a big step day. Whenever I get to a new place, it's like we shall see. I'd like to clock in a 30,000. I did a 25,000 in Essaouira, so God, Essaouira, I think I said it right. Cool. Not too shabby, is it? Loads of fish down there. Well, there was the other side, not so. Oh yeah. And of course, I always like to show you the MMPL Jack Sparrow. It looks like it'd be a fun trip, doesn't it? Wonder what they do. Music and ambience and probably a bit of taka. Lovely harbour. Gorgeous. Backdrop of the beach. Good view of the cable cars going up to the Kasbah. So the other side from the luxury hotels is the Port de Pêche fishing port. So you're not actually allowed to go into the Port de Pêche or the other port because in the past there's been a lot of accidents. How different compared to Essaouira, where I was walking around the port amidst all the guts and the blood and the offal. So I mean, that's what regulation and orderliness means. Less adventure. So just making my way back from the marina. That Kasbah is astonishing. What a hilltop to surveil the surrounding oceans for your protection. What a piece of strategic planning that was. Anyway, gonna walk down here and then cut through into the city, into the Souk. So this is the centre, tourist centre basically. It's so beautifully planted. Something I've noticed a lot in Morocco, they have the most fantastic grasses, and I think that's why there's a lot of seed and grains on the bread, flaxseed, sesame seed, etc. But look how gorgeous is that. What a contrast. Beautiful landscaping. So this heavily guarded park with the beautiful cool shady gardens and what look to be like eucalyptus species is the royal palace, and according to security the king is home. So that in the far distance, those mountains are the foothills of the Atlas Mountains. How fantastic. Alright, so we've walked away from the tourist centre and this looks like a bit of Morocco. I know I'm terrible, but yeah, I'm a bit of a cheapskate as well. I don't want to pay like twice for a meal, that's half the price somewhere else. Some local grub. Wow, new pancakes. Yeah. I had a big breakfast, free breakfast, so holding off for a while. But it is 12:20. The day has flown ahead. Yeah, so I guess on a positive note, from an initial observation, Agadir offers everything. You've got the beach and the tourist sector and the best of Europe if you want it, or you've got like the more Moroccan side, you know, more like diverse culture. So this huge walled structure, I guess, contains the Souk, which is really surprising. It is absolutely enormous, so I'd be interested to see what's in here. The car park is the size of Essaouira, so let's get it on. So what's inside the Souk like? It's Baroque and vegetably beautiful produce. I just met a man back here who was telling me about all the herbs and spices. I've walked past them. It's almost like the Indian idea of Ayurveda, you know, that releasing all the natural oils and spices for your bodily goodness. Beautiful smells to calm you and stimulate you, herbs to relax you and invigorate you. So much natural knowledge. And a lot of it is in different forms as well to what I've seen before. Like the turmeric was super dry. The sandalwood was like charcoal. Oh, this is fascinating to see though. I'm going to have to get some olives or something. Besides, I can't eat in the room every night. The bread and cheese sandwiches, can I? I'm going to have to go out. Oh my. The colours, this is the freshest fruit I've seen. Everything looks like fresh picked. Obviously there's a big demand here, so yeah, I noticed on the way in when I was coming in on the bus there was like a river in the valley, and I guess the soil there was rich. because the lady was saying to me that I was travelling with, she was saying, oh yeah, this is where they grow the bananas as well. But if it's a sort of a floodplain, then yeah, there's room to grow everything, isn't it? We got haberdashery, leaving the fruit and veg section. I think it's just good to wander, isn't it? But if you lived in Agadir though and you were self-catering, my God, how good that would that be? Look at that, pure sweet. Pure sweet. Have you ever seen those shapes before? Have you ever seen anything? I mean, like the glisteningness of it is sugar, isn't it? But the shapes and the way they prepare, they're fantastic. Wow, that is full-on plastic toy section. China trade. Nice Godzilla. Rubber chickens. They find their way around the world, don't they? Got it all here. Reminds me of the markets when I was back home in London. They used to be covered like this, all the little stalls, everyone shouting out, come on boys, come and get your shoe, blah blah blah. So I just thought I'd take you to the boudoir section, so if you get lucky in Morocco, then this is what you might see, eh? You know, she'll be turning up, dressed in her evening wear, kitted out. Lovely. So I'm in the market in Agadir, and there is a XL shop. So we've been talking about how difficult it is to get really big clothes when you travel. So if you ever get stuck, the man says he's got size 55 shoes and up to 10XL. So if you get stuck and you need some big clothes in your Morocco, this is the place to come. Look at that, look.
Yeah, look this polo. Yes.
So they say,
Yeah. Size too big, big size. Yeah, because it's big market
awesome,
for big size.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, thank you. So the goodies collected: fresh bananas, avocados, fresh apricots, half a kilo of peanuts. Good basis of some snack time Netflix. So this is literally just a few roads parallel back from the beach. These scenes. Interesting place. Mega Pan bread shop, boulangerie and patisserie. I'll check that out. So still on my way back to the hotel. I was just thinking, like, I meet these people, but it's only afterwards I'm saying, oh yeah, I just bought so and so. So I'm gonna try and go into these places camera ready, eh? But man, oh man, this is a beautiful city to walk around, and there's a great breeze as well. So I don't know what the temperature is, but it's fine. You sweat and it dries, I guess. Stay hydrated. But I could have made a real cultural faux pas then. I see a few guys walking along and they've all got bruises on their foreheads, and I just realised it's because they pray a lot, isn't it? Like they put their heads onto the floor, so they all look like they've been banged in the head. Now I know. Another piece of the puzzle. So this beautiful mosque here is the Lebanese mosque, and behind it there is a Lebanese mosque. A good place, I reckon, to get a falafel. No falafels, just a lot of tea and coffee. What's going on? So I was just looking through my bag thinking, why have I got all this stuff? Coats, hoodies, boots, all manner of stuff. Well, number one, I don't know how long I'm going to be away, so I need to pack for, you know, like a number of different environments, different climes, different locations. It was boiling hot today and I can't believe it now, it's actually chilly. The wind is absolutely howling. You can see the white caps out there on the ocean. So I think I was probably right to pack all those different pieces of clothing. But yeah, lovely time of day. I'm not particularly hungry, but I'm going to go and fill up on some couscous. It's a vegetarian dish I haven't tried here yet, so I looked one up online and I'll go and have a look. There's a local bus station which is like literally 5 minutes from the hotel. It's handy to know. All looks very orderly. So anyway, I've decided to come to a traditional Moroccan restaurant. I think this is a part of a franchise. I think there's a few of them around, but it's called Agadir. Agadir. I think they have music sometimes, but really I just didn't want to walk a long way. I wanted to try a traditional tagine. Price is reasonable. It will do. Let's see what they serve me up. Gonna need to go to the fucking chiropractor when I get out of here. I got the orange juice cocktail. It's orange and juice mixed. Le jus d'orange. There's a word in Moroccan they use called beldi, which means everything traditional and authentic, and I think this is definitely trying to be a beldi restaurant. I was just looking, there's Al Fassias in a few different places and they're all owned by the Al Fassia family. So, there you go. So, my couscous has arrived. It's topped with caramelised onions, and it's got a sauce to go over it, and it smells out of this world. It smells really delicious. Wow. I was expecting it to be a bit bland, but those tastes are just absolutely gorgeous. The onion is so sweet, and the liquid tastes like a sambal, almost like a lentil juice. It's chickpeas on there, the couscous is fluffy, the vegetables are delicious. Really surprisingly good. So that was a lovely meal, really nice, tasty. Couscous is so light, delicious. Yeah, really happy with that. And I asked him and he said he would make me a tagine if I want it, because it wasn't on the menu, a vegetarian tagine. So happy days. Apologies for the wind, but the sun's setting, full of couscous. Been a great day, first full day in Agadir, so yeah, enjoyed it. For a walk around, saw the Souk, some nice grub. That wind still, it's got a little bit of bite to it. I don't know what the temperature is, let me just have a look. Temperature is 67 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in normal language, but yeah, I think that'll do me for today. I think it's movie time. Good morning, my roamers. So basically what's going on today? I've just had a delicious breakfast, another great night's sleep. There's nothing more comfortable than when you're a big man or a big woman or whatever, but sleeping sideways in a really big bed with 4 pillars. It is the ultimate luxury. So had a lovely breakfast, olives, French cheese, grainy bread, peppers, grilled aubergine, tomato au gratin. Oh my god, really delicious flavours. Anyway, today I've earmarked going to a park, visiting the Grand Mosque, going to the shops to get some chili sauce, and yeah, just basically having a look around and maybe going up to the Kasbah later on. So this main strip, this main road here really kind of divides Agadir in two. You've got the kind of municipal and local areas. This is just a vague idea, by the way, but it's pretty true. You've got the municipal and local people that side, and then this side is the tourist strip where all the cranes are. You know, you've got the marina, you've got where the Hilton's going in, you've got Shem's casino. So you can really choose how much sort of Moroccan localness you want, you know, the beldi influence, that cultural authenticity. So you don't really have to buy it, you don't really have to go to a stylized Medina, it's just a matter of searching it out, I reckon, anyway. So next bit of construction are on the Place El Almal, the Ville d'Agadir. By the way, as you can tell probably from my clumsy attempts at French, I'm trying to learn French. Been on the go about, I don't know, 5 months. 1,000+ words in my vocabulary. It's more comprehension and listening and understanding than speaking at the moment, because you know people haven't got time to teach a big Australian or Englishman, you know, like French. So I'm getting on with it though. If you play tennis, this is the Royal Tennis Club of Morocco. Looks like they've got some grandstand courts down there as well. I doubt if Federer's ever played there, but what do I know? There's just a bit of an overview of the situation here. Got the Atlas foothills in the background. Building directly in front of me is the big theatre that they're working on. Yeah, let's continue on to the mosque. Anyway, so we're at Macca's. I thought I'd show you what they've got at the McDonald's in Morocco. So we've got French influence, baguettes, croissant, pistolet, donut, pain au chocolat. So these are all breakfast items. That all looks pretty normal. Got boxes, chicken, new cheesy box. Zada burger, so you got nice spicy Moroccan flavors. And then fusion cooking, normal fillet of fish. Yeah, so nothing too outrageous. Bit of an influence. And the burgers look pretty regular. The royal cheese. Oh, Gouda. They've got the Gouda, croquettes de fromage. Ah, yeah. So some French influence, but nothing too outrageous. So this is pretty much the same direction we came yesterday to go to the Souk, but I don't know whether I did actually see the Grand Mosque. I don't think so. I saw the Lebanon Mosque, but yeah, they're pretty close together. Obviously ancient, so in the old part of town. So Romans, 1960 in Morocco, there was a big earthquake. A lot of famous historical buildings were leveled. The Kasbah on the hill, one of the old Medina's souks, but as things, you know, people were resilient, so things were rebuilt. So this is the Grand Mosque. The Grand Mosque, the biggest mosque in Agadir, and it was rebuilt after the earthquake. So just coming around here to have a little look at it. A beautiful looking structure. It's quite plain and simple really, but it does what it needs to do, doesn't it? It gives somewhere for people to go, sense of community, practice their religion. So that is the Grand Mosque. And that is the old truck. Maybe the vicar owns it, who knows? So the sign on the wall there, I'm reading this off of Google Translate. It says it's the first, Google Maps rather, the first mosque built after the Agadir earthquake, which is 1384 in Arabic hours, I guess, or Arabic time, corresponding to 1964. So yeah, awesome. So we're just walking past the Souk I visited yesterday, and the immensity of its walls will give you some idea of how big the space inside is. And I mean, they're not shops, they're just stalls, so there's literally hundreds and hundreds in there. It's an amazing place. We're searching for something a bit more tranquil at the moment. Le Parc. So just come into a fruit and veg shop just to show you all the wonderful foods that they have in Morocco. All manner of dried fruits and nuts, syrups, bonbons, sweets, chocolat, fantastic. The quality is just amazing. I mean, who would believe there's so many different types of almonds? There's so many different types. You never see that much in Australia, that's for sure. I might say they come from somewhere. Different types of pistache. Seed collections. And look at the colours. Beautiful. In the dried fruit section. Cantaloupe, mango, oranges, glass fruits. 20 different types of honey, dried spices, cinnamon, coffee, seeds, oats, grains, turmeric, pepper. Wow, incredible. They've got the frozen stuff, probably for people who want to take it abroad. And so how many different types of dates are there? And prunes. So much wonderful food. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm just showing the people in Australia how wonderful the food is here. How many different types of almonds? Almonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types? Almond. Yeah, you got 4 types of almonds. Incredible. Thank you. Thank you very much. No worries. And this is a shop, Sustakia. Dates, fruits, secs et species. Obviously, I'm not just showing the people in Australia, it's anyone who wants to see, but you just come up with stuff, don't you? You know, people are doing that, you're like, she was saying, I said, can I film? She's shaking her head and saying yes, so I suppose I'm just going to get on with it. I was talking to a guy the other day. Yay! Bye! I was talking to a guy the other day who does some football coaching. He reckons he worked for Chelsea in England. And he was over here doing a bit of outreach in Essaouira. Essaouira, I don't know how to say that. And basically he was saying the technical level of the average footballer here is fantastic. He was saying, you know, like there's players of tomorrow here, it's such an up and coming sport. People are so into it, and back there, girls and boys, men and women playing together. How good is that? So this area, up the hill, you know, like an hour's walk away from the beach, is seems to be majority apartment living, big open avenues. Someone did mention to me the other day that when you get away from the ocean there's less humidity, less chance of mould. Obviously if you're older and you've got breathing concerns or etc, then this is the place to be, or this is where you want to be. But yeah, it seems there's a lot of cafes here. It seems very pleasant. Onwards to the park. Just used the Albarid Bank here as well, post office bank. So I noticed the past few days the dollar's going up against the Moroccans, the post-Trump taxes and whatever sort of fright ends. So hopefully we'll get a bit more for our buck. So it's a long old walk. Just went into the Carrefour back there. Really good. Pretty, you know, laid back. It's a non-alcohol one, by the way. But decided to get one of these. It's a Nuco, proudly Moroccan, or vrai coco, nougat at caramel. So let's give this a go. Don't normally eat sweets, but I've got like a 5-hour walk, so. Man, that is a Milky Way. If you've ever eaten a Milky Way, it's like a Mars bar, but not as rich. Delicious. Good on you, Morocco. So that's a local real estate agent. It's a really good picture of Morocco. You got the not Morocco, of Agadir. You got the layout of the marina there, the fishing port, the coast, and we are way back up here somewhere. So it's a bit of a picture for you. 5 hours later, we have arrived at the park. To give it its proper name, it is the Jardin Abderrahman El Youssoufi, and that is the layout. It looks awesome. In the Ville d'Agadir. One of my main reasons of coming here is because like all gardens around the world, they sort of showcase what grows well in the area. I can't believe that is a silky oak straight out of Australia. In fact, a lot of these trees are suited to Australian climate. That is a weed tree in Australia, that tulip tree, that was banned. Oh my god, all the beautiful colours. But anyway, yes, I wanted to come and see some of these grasses. When I looked on the pictures, I noticed that a lot of the plants and foods maybe that I'm eating are represented here. You know, there's certainly olives and dates, etc. So yeah, it's certainly a place of interest to me. So yeah, bear with me if it ain't your cup of tea, you know what I mean? But this is a lovely area, and I can't help but keep glancing up into the mountain range, because you know, the further you get away from town, the nearer you are to the mountains. So pretty good. I think that's just the Milky Way talking, isn't it? You know what I mean? Chocolate boost, chocolate boost. They're filling up the I don't know whether that's actually an irrigation system or it's just a nice cool pool to look at. But there's lots of beautiful flowers in here. You've got like your exotics next to something like lavender, which would normally be in a dry climate. Bananas, heliconias, if this makes any sense to you. But yeah, loads of different types of plants represented. It's gorgeous, and you can tell it's lovingly maintained as well. Very few weeds around. So just a bit of a time and temperature check. So 32 degrees, 108. Now when it's 32 degrees in Australia or in the tropics, you've got the associated humidity, but here it's dry, so it's deceptively kind of cool and non-taxing in a way. But considering the amount of fluids I've been drinking, it's definitely, you sweat and it dries, you sweat and it dries, so you don't realise how hot you are. So the first day I drank about, or first say 30 hours, I drank about 7 litres of water or fluids. So yeah, you do need to drink a whole heap here. So this building across the road here is the Souk Namodaji El Maziri, and there's also the La Maziri fish market inside, so we're going to go in and have a look, see what we can see. Oh, when I saw this this complex from outside, I thought it was just fish, but it is actually a multi-retailer souk. Wow, look at the colours. Beautiful. And so here it changes. This place is gated, and then you go into the food and vegetable section. Beautiful herbs, fresh fruit. Oh, the smell of the herbs, so good. Wow, broccoli, beautiful. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Let's see where they make their crepes. Hello. A phyllo? Make it a phyllo? Pastry? Lots of crepes being made. So they make the crepes and then they cut it up with the scissors. Ah, a pastillat. Oh, I don't know whether it's called pastel or whatever. Look at the flowers. So much stuff. Coin de fleur. Ah, so maybe the fish market is separate. So this is indeed a fish market. Lots of strange looking fish that I've never seen, and fish that you do see. So a whole range of stuff. Looks like a lot of tuna, different species, maybe swordfish. Just saying, a man was just saying they call it Saint-Pierre or Jean Dory. Mussels, sardines, all manner of different fish. Whoa! Look at the size of this monster. Oh. So this looks like the top end of the market, the biggest fish. He's got the lobsters, the cravats, the Saint-Pierre. Man, look at this swordfish here. How stunning does that look? I know it's tragic, but oh wow. So yeah, top quality soft sea urchins, oysters, big red eye fish. So I'm just on the way back to the hotel. Just enjoying the views of the mountains, so I just thought I'd share them with you. It's so good to see. There's all sorts of little buildings and outcrops of, I don't know, houses and stuff you can see. Birds soaring on the thermals, gorgeous. And then the Kasbah on the hill, you know, above the port and stuff. It's gorgeous. So we're walking back to the hotel via the Park Jardin Ibn Zun, or Ibn Zadun. Excuse my pronunciation, absolutely murdering it, but basically it's a park, a traditional park, which has been extended to include recreation areas. I mean, like, you know, high quality basketball courts, tennis, gated soccer pitches. Oh yeah, they're really putting it in. Good for the youth. You don't want no disaffected youth hanging around, do you? You want them all busy and doing stuff and stuff. Might as well just give you a bit more explanation. So the original garden is at the front here, and we are in this part, which is the second part, the Ibn Zadun 2 garden, which was created in 2007. Bloody good job they've done too. Yeah, so basically you've got garden number 2, and this is the original one across the road. Plan du Jardin. Oh, this has got a different feel straight away. Peaceful and tranquil. Lots of cool areas under the trees to sit and chill. Lovely. Yeah, lovely garden. And if you need a pee while you're out or whatever, there's toilets in here as well. So most of the parks have toilets, they're paid. The attendants just say as you like, so a couple of dirhams, whatever. It's all good. So this is a little restaurant, little Moroccan restaurant, which was recommended to me, called Al Farik, which is not too far from the hotel. I thought, I'm not really that hungry, but you need to eat, you know what I mean? I used a lot of energy, so need to pack it in. So I've got a nice vegetarian tagine, a bottle of sparkling water, some bread, and they've given me some olives to start, so looking good. Nice table by the window. So when I went to the Carrefour this morning, I got myself some Louisiana Supreme hot sauce to go on the tagine. Tagine looks delicious, really tasty. Zucchinis, etc. So this tagine is a little bit different. As you get near the bowl, the vegetables are more caramelised, and the cooked olives are absolutely delicious. The flavour is so intense. But the vegetables, I mean, at first I thought, oh no, it's a simple tagine, but I think the idea is the base layer is where all the flavours congeal. Beautiful. So that was a lovely meal. 86 dirhams, which is about, I don't know, 17 AUD, less than 10 quid I guess. And after that it's just the inflated beverages, you know, so you pay tax or whatever service charge to sit in a restaurant, but it's nice just to sit down, you know, have a bit of a skinflint. You can't have picnics all the time. There's a nice ambience in there, a bit of music playing, sit and relax. I would give that tagine. Now I've had a few. Ooh, let's go low. I'm going to go 7 out of 10 and shoot for a better tagine. But I don't know how much they can do with the vegetables. I think I'm going to have a combo one. A lot of these restaurants, they say something called like couscous or tagine, shek vendredi or shek dimanche, which means I only do certain dishes certain days of the week. So I'll have to look out for that. Maybe Friday and expect, you know, something more, well, something different. I don't know how well we can see all that, Mr. Romans or Romans. He's just having a piss at that hill. Oh, mate. So yeah, we just have a look round, eh? See what's going on. Not sure about the clarity of the night vision on the camera. I have to check it out though, eh? See what's going on. Mate, it's 9:20. People are queuing up to get to the beach. It's all happening. I've eaten and I've had plenty of fluid, so I'm not out to do anything in particular. Really just to see what it's like of a night time. Aye. The beach looks good. So there it all is. You've got the promenade, loads of people out walking, the Kasbah on the hill, the ocean all lit up, and oh, it stretches out from. Oh, I like the way they got it lit up. Looks cool. Temperature check. Temperature check. Temperature check. So coming in at 23 degrees at 9:30 at night. Sun went down about, I don't know, 8:30. But it's still getting dark in a way. It's pretty nice. Oh, I like the way they've done the road. A few nightclubs over there. I think I'm going to walk back along this way. Didn't see a lot of these shops weren't open the other day, so it's pretty touristy along here, but you know, it's the nature of it, isn't it? Flashing lights and all that. Oh, lovely cool breeze. There's a few snooker and pool rooms here. It seems to be a very popular game. Seen a few around on my travels. Pass the time. 10 dirhams a game in the hotel. Pretty reasonable. Well, it's back to the hotel for me. There it is. Good to have a look around at night. It's not a great deal to offer me at this point in time. In the morning, I'm going to go up to that fort and have a look. Awesome. Good morning, roamers. This is the path that lays ahead of us. It's actually a shortcut because today I've set myself the challenge of walking up to Oufella Fort. Cable car doesn't open till 10. I'm an early riser. I've had a lovely breakfast, loads of nutrition, so this is what we're doing. Walking up to the fort, and after 10 minutes it's looking decent already. So if you look at the road up on Google Maps, the walking route, I mean, you know, it takes you on the road, but I noticed this place here, the urban forest at the client is. Morning. Yeah, so thought I'd take the time to come up and check out what they're planting out, what all these areas are. This is actually something, an old mosque area or whatever. I'm not particularly sure, but it's walled off, it's got meaning. Yeah, and to see how they're developing the area. Not only that, but been off the medical marijuana about 10 days. My mind is opening back up, thinking a lot clearer, and I'm taking the opportunity to do the exercise to keep me fit going forward. If you've watched any of my history, you know I had my hips replaced about a year ago, so yeah, it's been a long, slow recovery, but it has worked, and it is awesome. Wow, good views already. Also up the back here you can see where the quarry is for the building materials for Agadir. When I first saw it, it's kind of levelled off, I thought, oh, they're going to build some big hotel, but now I realise it's just really a quarry. It's lovely to see though. Good to see it all, isn't it? Johnny Tourist and stuff. And they really have planted this area out, so I'm going to Google review this, because this is going to be a lovely, cool spot, I bet, in the future, once you've developed it and stuff. This is really the only unappealing part of the walk, because you have to walk on a stretch of highway, and it's the same if you come from the port end down there, but it's only like maybe 10 minutes. Can't wait to get on that road and see the views. There's a better view of the forest. Huge parking area down there, and it looks like the beginning of the developing tram system, the stop there. So I'm guessing that they're trying to work into people's psyche some form of park and ride system. A vast expanse of land. So that's the fishing port down there, where I couldn't get access to the other day, so we'll be able to have a better look at that a little bit later. It looks like there's some Moroccan naval vessels there as well. So one thing I didn't know, there's actually a dedicated footpath. You don't have to walk up the road, which is quite nice. So, you know, gives you that little bit of more solitude while you're making your ascent. How cool is that? There's exercise machines on the edge of the walk. So if you're not getting fit enough while you're walking up here, you can. That is really cool. Oh, there's a lot of mosques in town now. I can see all the minarets. So many. What a beautiful place. That over there as well is not just a quarry. I can see now it's actually a dump and landfill. Fishing vessels just heading back in. So many boats here, and some of the smaller ones I saw in Essaouira as well, so beautiful. So the cable car starts at 10, by the way. They're not all stuck. So there is the Kasbah, the Oufella Fort in its entirety. I've heard inside the walls is a little bit disappointing. I've seen the pictures, so basically it's a lot of staged walking areas amid rubble, which is not too far akin to this path. So one of the comments said you need a very, very good archaeological imagination to make it, you know, to make it a worthwhile experience. So I mean, I do have a archaeological imagination, but I don't really want to pay to use it. I'll just imagine what it was like from the pictures I saw. So I'm going to push those savings on to excursions in Marrakesh and just enjoy the fitness and the experience of the walk. There's a lovely breeze up here now. Now we're up towards the top. You can see the road winding into the mountains. Yeah. Oh, there's a vapour trail from a plane. First one of them I've seen in a week. So we're at the top. I didn't realise the port stretches right around the corner. It's a huge port. What a fantastic view. I'm going to see if I can walk all the way around the castle. Or the Kasbah, or the fort, or whatever you call it. But yeah, the fishing port here is enormous. That serves a lot of areas. Marina's looking rather resplendent. round towards the back of the fort now. It's obviously a big telecommunications hub, industrial area, shipping port. And the rest we've seen so far. So I just walked around the back of the fort just to get a look at the mountains. And so there is in actual fact a bus that goes from the bottom of this road. And there it is, waiting to pick you up. I think it's like 6 or 9 dirhams, so it's very affordable. Oh, it's a vast city. I just read that the port was the favoured fishing port up until the beginning of the 20th century was actually Essaouira. So this port was closed down and then only reopened in the 20th century, and since then it's absolutely boomed. So wow. So just to put all this into context, prior to 1960 earthquake inside the Kasbah walls, post 1960 earthquake, devastation, destruction. So here we are, back down to earth, back down to nearly to port level. So basically this is the last day in Agadir. Pretty much did everything I wanted to do so far. I was thinking about getting a bus down to the surf beaches, but you know, I'm from Australia, I've seen surf beaches, and you can look it up if you want to see that. So Goop or whatever it's called, there's we passed it on the way here on a bus actually, where the colourful buildings are. It's just a little bay. So I think my time best spent today will be having a swim, relaxing, planning for tomorrow's departure, bit of bag packing, bit of research, bit of that travel stuff. You know how we go. It's going to be good. Just walking back from the port, I think I've seen the spikiest tree ever. Obviously it's to stop it being eaten by camels or whatever, but look at the thorns on that, and they are tough as nails, harder than toothpicks. God. But I bet there's some delicious leaves in there, eh? They look really tasty. I'm not going to eat them though, but yeah. So that is actually a type of sweet acacia which they use here in the perfume industry. It smells delicious. It's actually like a wattle. There you go. They're bougainvilleas, those ones. Another name for it, which is pretty apt, is called the needle bush. Bonjour. Yeah, so I didn't go for a swim, couldn't be bothered, decided just to chill out instead, have a rest on my bed with my stripy blanket. No, not really. And yeah, and then I'm hankering after some falafels. So that is what I'm on the lookout for. And the only shop I can find is about 30 minutes away, but So just arrived at the place called the Pita Bar. Ordered a large pita salad with garlic sauce, and it is delicious. So glad I bothered to come in. It's a really funky little place. Got a bit of Rick and Morty on the wall. Nice seating area. Good food, good dudes. Yeah. Portions are massive. It's like an eating challenge. Absolutely delicious. So the Pita Bar is on the corner of Rue de Meknes and another road, but that's what it looks like. It's on Google Maps for Agadir. Looks like they do a lot of takeaway and stuff, so awesome. Hello again. So basically just been to the Carrefour. Oh, it's that football stadium I saw. Just been to the Carrefour. Got myself some tomatoes, some deodorant, all that sort of stuff. Came to about 6 AUD. So I'm set for my departure tomorrow to Marrakesh. Really excited about that. Going to be getting a bus midday tomorrow, late checkout. Get there in time for check-in, all that type of stuff. Yeah, I think I'm done in Agadir for now. So I think this is going to be the last thing. You want to have a quick little look around? Look, Agadir Street, blah blah blah. So unless something tempts me out later, I think I'm just going to chill and maybe even put all this together into a video. Travel log number 2 from Morocco. Peace and love. Noggins out.